When it comes to, two groups of people coming together, it really starts with,
It's like an arranged marriage.
yeah,
Nobody knows each other yet, so we're all just testing waters.
yes, correct.
Now, this week's AMA question came to us from a listener who I'll call Ryan. Ryan says he works in a luxury watch retail company and they recently acquired another retailer in Australia. Now, his job is to orientate and train the staff to their company's service standards. But some of these new team members have been in the industry longer than Ryan, and since he's not local, he's afraid that they won't get his buy-in and respect. Ryan wants to know, what should he do? I mean, I'm sure that it's hard enough to join an existing team, but the dynamics would be different, right? When you are working with people from acquired companies.
For sure, for sure. I think when there's a merger or acquisition that's involved, there's a lot of uncertainty and
Maybe a little bit of a negative sentiment sometimes.
yeah, a lot of fear,
Okay.
negativity there that you don't, because the people who are being acquired, they don't know what's their future like. So I think it's understandable. It's a new situation for them. Most people will be wondering, do I still have a job? So in this case, Ryan is on the other side, right?
Yes.
Ryan is from the company that acquired this Australian firm, but Ryan is not so confident.
Yeah, he's not sure whether he will get the buy-in and respect from the people that he's going to train.
I think the first part of this is I'll be really curious about Ryan's fear or insecurity, or like, why are you concerned, or why are you worried?
Was something said? Was the takeover
Yes.
aggressive? Maybe.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, correct. Is it something more personal? Like, you just don't feel confident working with a person from a different race, a different group. It could be that. I mean, it could be multiple factors as well. So I think it's important for Ryan to consider what is really causing that fear in him,
Okay.
right? And then, of course, in terms of what to do, when it comes to, two groups of people coming together, it really starts with,
It's like an arranged marriage.
Yeah,
Nobody knows each other yet, so we're all just testing waters.
yes, correct. You need to really start to invest in the workers by having more communication with them, explaining to them the goals of the new direction, why this acquisition had to happen, and how are things going to change. So it's a lot of change management, And for Ryan as the leader, if Ryan is overseeing this whole thing, change management must be the top priority. Investing in the people, making sure that their get-togethers, communication is clear for them. I think Ryan will probably have to be very present, perhaps flying down very often there, to make his presence known, to show that he's with the people, with them lah. Yeah, I think so. The first stage of this is really to communicate and to make sure that people understand where this is going.
Yeah, I think also to see that if there are any sort of negative interactions, don't see it as a personal attack. It's not personal. They're not angry with you. They could be confused, like you say, have some fear over their job. How would you then, if you were in Ryan's case, involve senior management if his job is just to train up the staff?
Great point, right? When the senior management is involved, it adds a lot of legitimacy.
Okay.
It adds a lot of it's a sense of very strong signal that Ryan is being backed. Ryan is there to support them with the management's backing. So senior leaders could make an appearance together with Ryan on the site in Australia. Senior management could dial in from overseas. They can send a video. Basically, it has to be consistent as well, right? This communication needs to not look like it's from Ryan, because people will be wondering, like, Ryan is just maybe a mid-level manager, but what does the senior management think? So I think these two has to go hand in hand together: senior management and Ryan, engaging the employees to set the expectations for them, or how life will look like for them lah. Usually, one of the most important things here that the senior leaders will have to do is to assure people about jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to explain to them about livelihoods. How would this duplication, when there's acquisition, there's usually duplication, right? Like, what would it look like? Who gets to stay, and would there be any cuts? I think management shouldn't be shy to talk about these things, right? And perhaps if they have to do it, they have to do it very quickly,
Yeah, so that it doesn't leave somebody like Ryan to have these very awkward conversations that are outside of his, job purview too.
Yes, correct.
Speaking of, like sort of interactions, I know you spoke very much on the structurally, how can the company do it, but from a very personal point of view, I actually think that, I have some advice for Ryan. So I think that, if Ryan is constantly going back for these trips from Singapore to Australia, he can ask these new colleagues for ideas that are not related to work. He can just say, hey guys, I'm going to be here over the weekend. Just want to know whether, there are any sort of places I can visit. Are there sort of, nice restaurants that I can go? Because I think these sort of very informal interactions also help to break the ice a little bit. People don't see you as just the guy who flies in to just tell us what to do. People know that like actually you are just another one of us as well. And I also find that bringing overseas gifts do help. That Benggawang Solo Pandan cake in Changi Airport is a very good last minute thing to carry with you. I mean, this is Australia, so you have got to check about the food,
Yes,
restrictions. But I'm sure you can bring something from Singapore to them, and it's not really like a peace offering, but it just lets people know that you're thinking about them, that you see them beyond just somebody that you are here to train.
Yes. I think the process of acculturation, Ryan getting to know the Australian way of working, and also for them to also understand what's the Singapore way of working, right? Like not just from the food. The food is great. By the way, they have pre-packed kaya.
Yeah. You can bring the pre-packed bakwa also.
Yes. So doing all this allows mutual understanding, cross-cultural understanding as well. I love what you talk about the activities. I know of someone who had to take care of a team in the US, so he flies over and they do bike trips in the US, right?
Okay.
They visit each other's favorite restaurants. So the leaders there get connected with the people in Singapore, and they work so much better. It sets a better foundation for the relationship for work. So Ryan can definitely do a lot of these personal touches. I think cross-cultural part here is important. With the bear in mind, perhaps this is Ryan's first time handling these things. So also perhaps Ryan should give himself some slack.
Yeah. Ryan,
some
just
slack.
give yourself some slack.
Yeah.
It's okay. And carry some goodies along with you. You'll be fine. So if, like Ryan, you have a work-related question, send it to us. We are at cnapodcasts@mediacorp.com.sg. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Me Listen, and YouTube, where a video version of this is at. Leave a comment. We are always reading.
I'm Gerald.
And I'm Tiffany. Have a good work week ahead and treat that nice colleague of yours very, very well.